Well, the review is over. Thanks for all the torment and headaches you brought me. Now, time to end you. What the heck is that?
Please, my son, this is my predecessor. Allow this game to live. Play me to see what true greatness it will bring into your life. Trust me, it'll all be worth it.
I'll play it, but I'm getting real tired of games coming into my room, shining with this majestic music playing around them. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Did You Know Doji, and today we'll be talking about one of my favorite games of all time, Crash Bandicoot 2. So we're not going to waste any time here, let's just get right into the review.
So after a year, yeah, you heard me, 1 year, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, you guys might want to take some notes here. Crash Bandicoot will return with the new game Crash 2 Cortex Strikes Back. And honestly, this game wastes no time and picks up where the last one left off. Like, literally, Cortex falling from the sky after you defeated him from the last game. Also, remember your girlfriend who you spent all that time trying to save in the first game? Well, I hope you didn't grow too attached to her because she isn't in this game. Or any other game after the first one. Apparently, people believe she was to be too sexualized, which I don't get, but whatever. She is instead replaced by your younger sister Coco, who sends you out to find a battery for her laptop, and this, my friends, is where the adventure truly begins. Now, Crash 2 is the way I think a sequel should be, adding just enough to make the game better, and expanding and fixing the little things that weren't perfect. See, this is a sequel. This is wait a minute, this sounds too familiar. However, my point remains the same. Crash was the right idea for a sequel. There are only necessities that were added to the game. I mean, to be honest, the only things that were added were a slide and slam move, and a slide jump, which is super helpful because, man, playing the first one, I sure could have used that. But as far as controls go, only a new move was added. However, it works out well and gives a whole new experience to the game. Another thing that was added were bonus levels, and I'm not talking about this. No, a real bonus level, where I don't have a heart attack if I come close to falling, and then knowing I can't save the game, and then having to worry until I find the next bonus level. See, in these levels, you're able to earn extra Wampa Fruit and lives to help along your journey. You know, it feels like a real bonus level, because, well, everything earned is a bonus, which can contribute and make things easier for your journey through the game. Now, in the previous game, the goal is to travel between 3 different islands from level to level. However, with Crash 2, there are 5 different levels with 5 different warp zones, which lead to a variety of levels. These levels, I feel, are designed very well and bring a whole new personality to the series. While the first one had very good level design, I feel the sequel had a way of making the designs pop and have more admiration about them. Also, there are certain aspects of uniqueness to them. While the first game had unique levels, some did seem kinda cookie cutter and could feel a little bland. However, with the levels in this game, I always felt that things stood out more. Colors seemed brighter, levels seemed more in depth, and honestly, they just seemed so fun and creative. From the snow levels to the jungle levels to I don't even know what kind of levels these are, but hey, I'd be a liar if I said they weren't cool. And once again, enemy designs are unique to the level. From robotic turtles to guys with hammers to pseudo weirdo robot looking things. If you aren't already interested in the level design just by its pure beauty alone, then at least enemies should keep you intrigued. And speaking of enemies, the boss battles continue in this game. After each stage, you take a ride up to heaven and fight your way out of purgatory by beating the boss of each level. Wait, I think I'm confusing this with a book. Nonetheless, there are bosses that you need to defeat to get to the next stage, and the thing I love about these boss battles are, they're conveyed well. If you haven't seen my first video, what are you doing here? Go watch that one and come back. But anyway, in my previous video, I explained how I felt there was a lack in conveyance with boss battles. However, with this game, I felt it was more obvious what you had to do to defeat each boss. Now I'll admit, I may have a bit of bias since I played this game a million times, but still, I never really felt that there was a reason where you shouldn't know what to do simply because, well, for a lack of a better word, conveyance. A perfect example is the boss battle against Tiny. Since it is most different from the others, you hop from platform to platform. Now, the goal is once the platforms turn red, you need to lead Tiny to them before they fall, so he falls to his death. With this, I feel it's conveyed well because immediately you begin hopping from platform to platform to avoid Tiny. During this process, you'll eventually hear a siren sound and begin to see the platforms flash from red to green. Now, unless you're oblivious, you'll know to stay away from those platforms, even if you have no clue what's about to happen. Once you see them fall, the idea should come to your mind, maybe I can lead Tiny to fall off these platforms. See, this is good conveyance. This, not so much. Okay, so with my love for this game also comes my complaints. There aren't too many, but still, I gotta call out what I don't enjoy. It's that simple. And my main gripe about this game is the last stage, because honestly, most of these levels, they suck. More specifically, the jetpack levels. Now, the factory levels and the nighttime jungle level, I can get over. Although I wasn't fully in love with the design for the factory levels, I can let that slide. Even though the jungle level can be a bit tedious, once again, it's not that bad. But this I simply cannot forgive. And it's so funny, because as a kid, I remember I couldn't wait to play these levels, because, I mean, look at it. You get a freaking jetpack. But now that I'm older and I play these levels, it feels so clunky and not well put together. And the controls, dear Lord, the controls, they are horrible. Who in the world likes inverted controls? Seriously, if you like inverted controls, I'm not even going to be reading from the script right now. Explain to me why in the comment section. I am really curious to know why people like to torture themselves. I mean, when I press up, I want to go up, not down. Not to mention that X is to go forward and circle is to go back. So I'm trying to remember that up is down and left is right. I also have to remember that X is forward and circle is back. I mean, why? Why, Naughty Dog? Why? Why did you do this to me?
Look, man, I gotta call a spade when a spade is a spade. And this spade right here, my friends, is most definitely a spade. David Spade. Emperor's New Groove.
Also, something I forgot to add in my notes, hence why I'm putting this after the things that I hated, are some things that got better after the first game. The voice acting is leagues better than the first game. Now, of course, in the first game there's barely any dialogue, but the little bit of dialogue that was there was simply awful. But now in this game they clearly actually paid for voice actors, because Cortex sounds perfect. I mean, he went from sounding like this,
Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time I shall reign triumphant!
to this.
Well done, Crash. I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world. Crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake.
Pure perfection. This doesn't sound like they pulled some random guy off the street to voice Cortex for like 2 seconds.
This guy looks good enough.
Hey buddy, wake up.
Look, we need somebody to voice our video game real quick. We'll give you a little bit of money, we'll feed you, whatever. Just, you look good enough for the job, come on.
Huh?
Perfect, see, you're perfect for this job. Come on, let's go, Julius. Alright, here's your microphone, here's your script. Just say your lines into the microphone, and you're good, my friend.
Can I get my food now?
Also, the music. This game's soundtrack is a gift from heaven. It is nothing less than perfect. The music in this game is simply that of dreams. Honestly, there's just something about it that's memorable. The type of jungle atmosphere it can give, to the idea of being in space, to just whatever. The music is simply great. I've always felt it's hard to describe why music is great. You just have to listen to it to understand it. And this is a prime example of that. I can't fully explain to you why the music is great. You just gotta listen, man. You just gotta listen. Expanding more on things that were done better are the death animations in this game. To put it simply, they're legendary. I mean, seriously, they're part of what gives Crash his charm. I feel like you can't even be angry sometimes when you die in this game simply because the animations are hilarious. But this didn't stop me from hating these levels. But the animations are great. Nothing less than a prime example of putting character in a game to make things memorable. Something I feel is lacking from a lot of AAA games today. But that's a video for another day. Now, something I thought about playing this game initially was, it's kinda short. I mean, I beat the game in about 3 hours, but once again, I've beaten this game various times, so it's simple for me. However, that's where the beauty of this game comes in. Now, the main goal of this game is to collect 25 crystals, but if you're a rebel, you can collect the gems instead, which goes into the various secrets that this game holds, whether it's secret passages to earn these gems, or harming defenseless animals to earn extra lives. Yeah, suck on that, PETA. It's these types of secrets that keep the game interesting and make you come back for more. Now once again, I'm no completionist, so I didn't beat this game 100%, but I beat the main story. However, I do admire the game for having so many options to bring you back to the game. But how do I feel about the game overall?
So there you have it, Crash 2. One of my most favorite games of all time. Even when I got it many Christmases ago when I was 4 years old. This was literally one of the first games I've ever played, and honestly, I feel it holds up till today. And honestly, this is a perfect example of what a sequel should be. So, game developers out there, make sure you take notes, because this is what your sequel should look like. Not this, or 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 any of these sequels. Those are bad sequels. But you should be like Crash 2. Let me put it in focus so you guys can see. Come on, Kevin. There we go. This is a sequel. But of course, I'm Doji. Now you know. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye.